Mm. Come on, man, it's breakfast. Give me a minute. I just woke up. Oh my god. Oh my god, what's in this? I don't know what's in this. I still don't know what's in this. Look at that. I have no idea. Lemon. Ah! Ah! Alright, sorry about that. Today's gonna be a busy day, and the only time I had to record this was as soon as I woke up and I donut. It's a good thing about living in Winston-Salem. Krispy Kreme is right there. I don't live in Winston-Salem, but it's right there. But enough fooling around. It's time for your random card of the day. Alright, Gatherer. Scroll. Random card. Random card, go. Your random card of the day today is... Worship. So I knew this would happen eventually. I didn't think it would happen with the third video, though, so I would get a card that I have an actual grudge against. It's too early for this. It's way too early for this. So Worship, as you can see, is a white enchantment. It costs 3 and a white, and it says, if you control a creature, damage that would reduce your life total to less than 1 reduces it to 1 instead. Essentially, what Worship does is as long as you have a creature, you are immortal. You cannot be killed by damage, because anytime damage would kill you, it doesn't kill you. Now, back in the day, this was a lot worse than it was, because things that cause loss of life were a lot less prevalent. Nowadays, it's not so bad, because Worship stops damage. Well, it doesn't technically stop the damage. Things... Like, if something hits you for 400 and it's got lifelink, your opponent's going to gain 400 life because it doesn't prevent the damage. Let me read the ruling. Oh, so any damage rendered useless by Worship was still dealt and is counted by effects that track the amount of damage done to a player. Yeah, so if someone hits you with a 400 power lifelinker and you're at 6, then you take 5, you go to 1, and they gain 400 life. That sounds awful. Okay, why would they reprint this? It was in 7th, 8th, 9th, and it first showed up in Urza's Saga. Because that was a fair set. Block, no. Let's see, art. It's a woman standing in front of a statue of herself. And I thought my ego was huge. Meh. Yeah, she's standing there in the Jesus pose. She's all like that. Not that you could really see that in the webcam. Hang on. She's all... And standing immediately in front of a statue of her, and there's lots of people throwing adoration and whatnot at her in the background. Anyway, the flavor text says, believe in the ideal, not the idol. Sarah. So I guess she's telling people to ignore the statue of her and worship her. Not Sarah, the person in the... I don't know, man. I don't know. So this is a weird one. I've never personally played with Worship myself, but I've dealt with people playing with Worship. And like I said, back in the day when basically everything was damage, it was such a pain, man. Such a pain. Because invariably they would make their one creature indestructible. Or at the very least it would have regenerate. You know, back when we were playing again, being able to give a creature negative toughness or 0 toughness was also not the easiest thing in the world. It's become a lot more prevalent since then. So... this used to be a lot worse than it was, is what I'm saying. So let's see. How about flavor? Does Vorthos like this? I mean, I can see the way it's flavored, you know, as long as there's someone who worships you, you can never die, that sort of thing. That makes perfect sense. But I really think that this was a card that was built around the ability and they sort of wrapped flavor around it rather than being top down. So as much as the flavor is there, I really get the feeling this is much more of a Melvin card. Because Melvin is all about what the card says and the rules and what the card does rather than what the card is, if that makes sense. You know, Vorthos cares that this is a bear. Melvin cares that this is a 2/2 for 2. that sort of thing. I really think this is more of a Melvin card. He's gonna appreciate that this effect exists and not so much the flavor. Vorthos is like, meh. Let's see here. Timmy, Johnny, Spike. Okay, I think Timmy loves this. I think Timmy loves this because Timmy is like, I can't die. Come at me, bro. But I think Johnny also loves this because Johnny can use this to do ridiculous things, and as long as he's got a dude there to protect him, then, you know, the ridiculous things are there. And I think part of the Johnniness comes from what all you can do while still maintaining one creature and protecting it. So this is one of those cases where I think they both really like it for completely different reasons. Johnny's like, as long as I do this and this and this, and I can protect my dude, I can... And then there's Timmy. Ha 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 ha! Come on! Spike, I have no idea if this was ever played in any sort of serious deck, ever. I got nothing. But if an opponent is not packing enchantment removal, or creature removal, or life loss spells, then, I mean, this could win you the game if it's unexpected and not properly prepared for, then it'll just to steal some games, but I have no idea. Not being a Spike type person myself, I don't know if a Spike type person would actually appreciate this or not. Let's see here. Aggro, no. Yeah, aggro would rather pay 4 for something to finish you off than pay 4 for something to keep them alive. Unless this is a very weird aggro deck. Control, I'm sure Control loves this. This is the Johnny who is trying to make this happen. He's either a Control player or a weird combo player. I think both of those guys would dig this. The Control player just to buy them enough time to grab the board and win. You know, this will keep them alive through the aggro player. So long as they've got the one guy, I think the Control player likes this. I can see combo players running this in some sort of deck that involves creatures, because if your opponent can't answer it immediately, it gives you the extra time you need to just go off and win. So it's a nice stall tactic. I like it. For limited... You know, oddly enough, if you've got like a slower control-y kind of limited deck, I can see this being thrown in because, again, I hate to sound like a broken record, the broken record, the broken record, the broken record. If they can't answer it, then they can't kill you unless they find a way around it. So it's possible. I don't know if it's a good idea, but it's definitely possible. This is totally way more of a constructed card, though, because this is a deck you build around the worship effect. I think. I don't know. This one is a weird one. It's all of these things and more and less. Let's see. For Moto, I don't see this making any difference on Moto. I guess Moto won't let you forget that you have a worship out, but if you played a worship, surely you won't forget that you have a worship out. It won't let you misread it. You might not know coming at it from the beginning that prevents you from dying to damage, but it doesn't prevent you from dying to loss of life. Okay, you know, if you and your opponent don't know that specific thing, then this gets a lot worse on Moto, because, oh yeah, we'll lose your life. Well, I don't. Oh, I died. How did I die? But other than something like that, I don't see any difference on Magic Online, so... For Commander, I don't know. There's a lot of removal of every flavor in Commander, so unless you're playing some sort of, like, damage yourself combo-y Commander deck, I don't think so. Now, if you do know that your opponents don't play with sweeper spells and enchantment removal or loss of life effects, then what's wrong with those people? That's pretty much it. This is my first rare on Random Card of the Day. Worship, huh? This is definitely a weird one. It's an effect all on its own out there in the game. I used to hate it, but now I see so many ways around it since certain abilities have become a lot more prevalent in the last many years. God, I'm old. Oh, I'm old. Oh, get off my lawn. Why are you mad, bro? Well, this has been your Random Card of the Day. Thank you all very much for watching, and go play some Magic. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to us, because I'm going to be doing a lot more of these now.